Hi, my name is Robbie Ferry. I am an ultra-distance cyclist living here in the UK, and I wanted to do a video to answer a question that I'm getting asked a lot recently about COVID and isolation. So a lot of people keep asking me, Robbie, should I be training outdoor? So if you're in Italy or Spain or places like that, then probably not. You know, the government here in the UK have very different set rules to countries like Italy and Spain. So we're actually allowed to go out and exercise, which is nice, but it does bring up a very moral question about what you're doing. So how do I feel about it? In my opinion, so what I'm doing is I am going out and riding outside. You know, we get time to daily exercise, and I am going out and doing some daily exercise, which is absolutely fine. And I agree that people should do that, but there's very different levels of exercise people could be doing. So Susan could be going out for a walk, John could be going out for a run, Peter could be going for an hour or two cycle, but then you get into the market of ultra distance riding and you see people going out and doing 8, 9, 10, 12-hour rides, and it's questionable if that should be being done right now. So how do I feel about that happening? In my opinion, so this isn't anyone's, you know, rules, consensus, anything like that, I probably wouldn't risk doing that. So I'm a very experienced cyclist. You know, I ride days, nights, you know, I've ridden, you know, days on end without sleep. So I understand how to be safe and how to be sensible, how to keep control on the road. But I wouldn't take a risk of going out and doing a big 12, 24 ride in these times, because there's so many things that can go wrong. And you know, the fallback from this actually goes on to our health services when they could be saving lives, not helping you because you've fallen off your bike. So I think staying in a good comfort zone is very important at the minute, and still riding outside because we have the opportunity to is great, but it takes a moral standpoint when how sensible should you be about how far you should be going when you go out. What I'm seeing at the minute, I'm seeing a lot of people that don't really cycle, haven't really done anything through winter cycling wise, just going out and buying bikes, doing, I did, you know, hour today, 4 hours, 12 hours, I'm going to go for a full 18-hour ride. And I'm sitting there thinking, wow, you know, you're doing some amazing rides, but you're taking some very, very big risks, you know, because do you know what you're going to do if you get 3 punctures? You know, do you know what happens when you run out of food and you can't find anywhere to get more food? You know, did you charge your lights? Do you know how long your lights last on a full charge? You know, there's a lot of questions to be answered there, and it really does fall into a thing of, you know, what's morally right to do and what isn't. Unfortunately, we fall into times where some people have a turbo at home like me, a smart turbo trainer already, and a bike set up, so it's very easy for me to train at home in my spare room. But a lot of people don't have that, and the privilege of having something like this isn't cheap. You know, the turbo's 400 quid. I've got one bike here, that's another, you know, 500-600 quid to have the bike here, then the laptop and all this. It's not a cheap setup, so I can understand why people would be going out on the roads and doing very, very big rides. But it just begs the question of, you know, stepping outside your comfort zone too much. So what am I doing at the minute? I am still riding outside, but I'm not doing anything silly. You know, I'll go out for a bit, but I won't go out and do a crazy ride. You know, if I'm going to do anything crazy, it'll be on the turbo here more than anything. But with, obviously, my races being cancelled because of this situation, I'm finding myself that I don't need to go out and do massive stints on the bike, and genuinely I'm using this time in COVID to actually spend a bit more time doing things around the house, being indoor and, you know, socially distancing myself. So to answer the question, how do I feel about it? I feel fine about people exercising outside. It doesn't bother me as long as people are being sensible with what they're doing and not putting any pressure on not just the health services themselves, their family, the people around them, because I wouldn't want to, if I had a problem 200 miles away, I wouldn't want to be calling up my girlfriend and saying, oh, it's gone wrong, can you come pick me up? So she's stopping at fuel stations. I've just ridden, hundreds of miles, so I've stopped to get food and everything like that. You're multiplying risks, which I haven't done this, obviously, by all means, but I'm just saying it's, so in my opinion, I think, it's okay to exercise outside, but everything has to be sensible and done in moderation. The quicker we all pull together and do sensible things, the quicker we come out of this. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on COVID and what's going on at the minute and isolation and what you're doing yourself. That's my opinion on it. If you agree, great. If you don't, please, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. So please let me know. And would love to hear your opinion.